So I actually might be able to stick with this, considering that I was thinking about a video like last night, which is awesome. I was going to the gym yesterday, and I managed to go at like 3 p.m. When I got to the gym and I was driving midway through Manchester West High School got out. And I looked at the kids at Manchester West, and I'm sitting there looking at these kids in high school, and I'm like, those kids are cool. Those are some cool kids right there. And they're just average kids. There's like one from every genre of child. There's like the preps, the jocks, there's everyone is walking. And then I realized that I'm 20, I'm in a car, I go to college, and I'm thinking that these kids are cool. What the hell is wrong with me? And it sent me on this spiral where I realized I'm not cool, and I probably never will be cool. But I'm sitting there wondering, why? Why are these kids? They're kids. They're young. They're in high school, anywhere between the ages of, like, what is the high school age? You end at 18, so down to 18 minus 4, 14 to 18, and these kids are cool to me? What the fuck is wrong with me? So I've been thinking about it for the past 2 days, and I've come to realize that cool is established by apathy. The ability to say every day in your daily life, I do not give a fuck. And it's your ability to say, I don't give a fuck to every situation you encounter. I don't give a fuck to that coffee maker. I don't give a fuck to you parents. I do not give a fuck to that dog. I don't give a fuck to my homework. I don't give a fuck to my food. I don't give a fuck about anything. And you are really cool if you cannot give a fuck. Apathy is coolness, and I was wondering, why is apathy coolness? Why is the ability to not be swayed by any possible emotion cool? Why is to not be touched by anything cool? Me, I'm unable to say I don't give a fuck. I give many fucks. If you want to fuck, meet me by the water cooler and I will give you a fuck. I give a fuck whether my clothes are clean. I give a fuck whether my dogs are fed. There are 3 in my line of vision right now. 3 sticks of deodorant because I give a fuck as to whether or not I smell bad. I cannot say I do not give a fuck. I give a fuck about everything. I'm doing a load of laundry right now, and I don't have to do a load of laundry because I've got a closet and a chest full of clothing, and still I give a fuck. I am reading the Chronicles of Narnia purely because I give a fuck as to whether or not I can say I have read the Chronicles of Narnia. I have a TV right next to me because I give a fuck what's on the news. Speaking of giving a fuck, Western Massachusetts, I give a fuck about what has happened to you, and I'm totally sorry about the tornadoes that swept through Springfield, Maston, through West Hampton, Massachusetts. I am totally give a fuck. I wish I was in the National Guard so I can help you guys out. Unfortunately, I can't. Western Mass just got hit by a tornado, and I give a fuck. And I don't give a fuck because I am worried about myself and worried that a tornado will hit southern New Hampshire. I give a fuck because I worry about the 4 people who have lost lives, their families, and the countless people injured. I give a fuck. And that is the problem. I will never be cool because I am so easily swayed by emotion and so easily captivated by stories and so easily made to cry that I am forced to give a fuck by my personality. But I'll tell you what I don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck as to whether or not you think that that's uncool because it will not change me. I will always give countless fucks, and I will always give a fuck about you and everyone you care about. Give a fuck about my friends. I give a fuck about what they feel, what they think I feel about them, and I'm sure to tell them all the times that, friends, I love you with all of my heart. I do give a fuck about you. And that is why I am uncool. Because I am swayed by the fact that I give a fuck. I have a dog behind me right now. I'm petting him right now. Hi, Coda. I give a fuck about him. And maybe it's cool that I don't give a fuck about whether or not people give a fuck about me giving a fuck. Maybe that's what makes me cool. Or maybe that just makes me totally a nerd. I don't know. But if giving a fuck makes me uncool, then I don't give a fuck about being cool. And that's my rant for the day. I'd say that's a pretty amusing and good one. Music in the background because it makes me sound cooler. See you tomorrow, power forwards.